welcome to Yuri Read American Literature. Today we're going to look at the famous American capitalist book, The Great Gatsby, by Scott Fitzgerald. It is a very popular book in American high school. My friend read it, a copy in bathroom of school, in between communism lesson and gymnasium. A very good book. He told me to be rich in America is like the dream that many people in America don't even get to have, so it's nice that they can read about it. But anyway, we're going to talk about first the characters, so let's jump right in. The first character of the novel is Nick Conway. Nick Conway is a man from Cornfield, and he decided he'll move to big city to have more friends and less crows in his life. Scarecrow's very frightening to Nick. He has bad nightmare, so he moved to New York to have more peoples around. So he finds tiny little hermit box to live in next to great big mansion belong to another character. We tell you later who that character is. But he lived there, and very soon he make many friends. And he not see one crow for several weeks. He is very relaxed and he is having good time. And he live right next to the ocean, water, the little ocean, and he can do fishings and catch many fish to eat and save leftovers in his electric freezer box. So that is Nick Conway. Then we have big man of the hour, Mr. Gatsby. Jason Gatsby. He is very rich American capitalist. He have very big mansion and many parties with many sexy ladies who come all the times, and they say, "Where is the Gatsby? Where is the Gatsby?" Nobody know him, or everybody know him maybe, but no one see him around except maybe stand in the window like Bruce Wayne to see what everybody is doing, make sure nobody steal his shit. But he don't go to his own parties. He's very, very sad man. We learn more about sadness. Remind me of my uncle Milos, very sad man. He drank himself to death at the end of his life at age of 36. He was very funny man. Always had many jokes about vodka and black peoples. So anyway, that's the J. Gatsby man. He falls in love with a woman across the ocean named Daisy Buchanan. Daisy Buchanan is very beautiful, much like a prostitute in my hometown named Sasha, who wear many furs. Even in the summertime, she smells very bad. Her vagina is very stinky, and all the sailors and the fishermen say they get lost on the way to dock because they accidentally follow to Sasha's house. But she's still very beautiful. I lay the sex with her many times, and I have to wash very, very much afterwards. And the smell is for several days still lingering. By the time the smell gone, usually I am ready for another go. Another sex with Sasha. So good times. Daisy Buchanan, much like prostitute, loves Mr. J. Gatsby and his monies, but is married to small dick man named Thomas. Thomas is very angry at American capitalism. He is angry that his wife is beautiful, but he's not beautiful. Gets so angry he have no time to have sex with his own prostitute named Marion, another character who will later die. But so there's a whole big nonsense, but it is a love story about Jason Gatsby and the Daisy Buchanan who wants to be together, but American society will tell them no. You can have everything you want, Jason Gatsby, except the woman. The woman is already taken by the small dick man Tom. You can find another woman. There are many beautiful women in the city and many more in the country who can make the cow's milk and who can kill the chicken for you and make you breakfast any time of the day or night. You just need to slap them awake or maybe throw the cold water on their face and say, "I will need my breakfast now, Dashkia," and they will go quickly and they will do for you. It's very convenient and very nice. The women around are the best. No need to get stuck on just the one, Mr. Gatsby. That's what society says. to Jason Gatsby, and this does not make him happy. His money does not make him happy. Mr. Conway sees that nobody is happy. He is a little bit happy because the crows are gone, but every now and then he will see seagull over the ocean, and this does make him a little bit nervous. It's definitely no scarecrows, so that's good, though there is the one skinny man who at one time Mr. Conway thinks is a scarecrow, and he is very much upset, tries to set him on fire in his house, and the skinny man very upset about this and asks him to leave. They laugh about it later. It's a very funny misunderstanding. So anyway, there is not very much action in this book. It is a good time. There is much description. There is many talk about the Jews, which some people find very upsetting. There is a big giant glasses that is looking at the peoples. Remind me of posters of Stalin back at home. I find this very comforting. I don't know why the people are so fixated on these eyeballs. At the end of the story, the husband of the prostitute that Mr. Buchanan does the sex with is very upset because his prostitute wife is smashed by an American car. He does not know who has done this, but he thinks that Mr. Gatsby has done it. So he goes to a big mansion, he hides with a gun, and he shoots Gatsby in his pool and watch him die, and then shoot himself also. And that is the end of the story. It's a very Russian story, it sounds like to me. This is some of our greatest Russian literature. Does also end with man dying in swimming pool and accompany suicide. So this is a theme with which you might be very familiar. At the end, Nick Conway decides, no man, screw this. Too many people is dying. Nobody is happy. I don't like the crows, but I think I can just spend more time inside and I won't have to see them as much. So at the end, the great lesson of the story is if you have everything except what you want, you will not be happy. We are told this in Russia in kindergarten on the first day of school, and it is a lesson we learn very early, very young. So that's an old man like Nick Conway or Mr. Gatsby still does not know. Is very funny to me, and I'm sure to many of my listeners at home. So this has been Yuri Reads American Literature. Join us next week when we decide to read American serial killer classic, The Catcher and the Rye. Thank you very much. Das Vidania.